Okay, would Chris Corey come up for invocation?
All right, thank you. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for an amazing day in our valley. The sun, the sky, the hills, it's all very beautiful and a reminder of just how majestic you are. Lord, I pray for this club that we would continue to be a force for good in our valley and throughout our state. I want to pray for those struggling down south of us, Klickitat County, with the fires, so that you would provide relief and rescue, and any way we can help, please be with us and let us know. In your Son's name we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance
Thank you, Chris. Is Susan or Bill? Bill is going to introduce our guest today.
Good afternoon. Wow. All right. So today we have a few guests with us. From Sunrise, we have Vicki Dwight. All right. And from Boise Southwest, not to be confused with Yakima Southwest, we have Dave Kirby. Welcome, Dave. And then guests today of Southwest Rotarians, Dave Lemon, you have a guest? And Dirk, you have a guest with you today.
I got my guest is my daughter, Taryn.
Oh. She's the IT person at your house, I understand? Yes, okay, good. Emily Jameson, you have a special guest today.
I have my sister, Annie Jameson, here with me today.
And Liberty, you have a guest with you?
Yes, that's Ken Gola, who's with Keller Williams, who's here with me today.
Thank you, everyone, for attending, and be sure to say hi to your guest.
Thank you, Bill. We have lots of guests. Thanks for everybody for joining us today. So now, it's the birthdays of Southwest Rotary for the month, so you can see all of those great birthdays that we've had. We've already had a few, and it looks like we've got Mary Lynn and Craig and Joe, Wendy, Paul, and Claudia still coming up for the month. Oh, no, we're at the July 25th. I'm already thinking I'm in August. I'm already moved on to August. That's how stressed this has been for me. I'm already on to August. And then we have our member anniversaries. We've got Doug with 44 and Brian, Richard, Scott, and Gib with their first year. So congratulations. Oops, let's go back one here. So we have a lot of fun dates coming up that you're going to hear about that are already planned. I know that there's a lot on this slide, but we do have the social at the Public House that in just a minute I'm going to have Lizzie talk about. We do have the district governor here on August the 8th. Most of the meeting, she will speak to all of us about her goals and things that have been going on. So that will be exciting to have. She will join all three clubs that week. Then in September, we are going to do another fun social. Instead of guess who's coming to dinner, we're going to do guess who's coming to happy hour, because we're the fun club. And so we wanted to have another social. So that'll be really a fun event. And then September the 21st, we are going to be looking at doing an all-three club Rotary. It's a Thursday, more to come on this, but we're going to do an all-Rotary event with the Pacific Northwest University. So a lot more to come on that. So lots of fun things to come, and the auction date, already get it on your calendar. It's already planned for April 13th, 2024, and it will be at Sozo. So here we have our first big social of the year. We are going to, guess what, go have some cocktails and some drinks at Lizzie. Do you want to share where we're going?
So everyone should have gotten at least 2 emails from me registering. It's very important that you register. As you guys can see, our club has grown. So in order for us to, go back. We're good. Yeah. Make sure, so this is the email you guys are getting. If you click on, it will take you directly to your club runner. If you can go, register. If you can't, decline. If you don't register, you're not getting drink tickets. So I'm not sure what to tell you. So please, if you guys can, register early and often, even if you think you might come. Well, the guess who's coming to happy hour is already open. I already have a couple people registered for that. So if you guys check your club runner, if you can't figure out how to register, just shoot me an email. I can sign you up. I can sign up your guests. So it's just very important that we can get a good head count. You don't want to say you're only going to have 40 people and 200 show up and you only have food for 40. So, yeah.
So if anybody does have any questions, we're just trying to get using Club Runner a little bit more. We know it's not the friendliest, but we're trying to get more of us into Club Runner. So there's going to be more information about Club Runner in September. I get a couple members that are really good at it to give us some training. But if you have any questions, please go ahead and talk to Lizzie or Toni. They are our chairs this year. Okay, so now we have another very special guest, one of my favorite. Mr. Ryan Beckett is coming to announce some very exciting news.
Thank you, President Lynn. I will forgive you for putting me in the column of one of your favorites as opposed to the favorite. I understand. Dave Hazel's in the hallway. We'll talk later. Anyway. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to see everybody. We talk about the Rotary Foundation a lot, but our club, as we have talked about, is growing, and there are new people here all the time. And so it is an opportunity to be reminded of what we do as one of the local clubs that is what I call the binding agent with all of the Rotary clubs around the world, and that is our investments into the Rotary International Foundation. RI's foundation is one of the largest foundations, charitable foundations in the world. It is one of only 33 that Charity Navigator rates with a 4-star 100% review. They have a 91% give back percentage, so less than 9% of the money that they raise goes towards administration. It's an exceptionally efficient and well-run organization because all of the grants that are awarded are in some way, shape, or form managed by a Rotary club that is on the ground somewhere in the world with an invested interest in it and keeping their own eyes on it as well. So it's a really interesting organization if you look at it from the global perspective, and it's amazing that we get to be a part of it on the local perspective. Paul Harris said that whatever Rotary may mean to us, to the world, it will be known by the results it achieves. And I don't know when he said that, but he died in 1948, so it was sometime before then. But by 1948, the Rotary Foundation had grown substantially. The Rotary International was at about 200,000 members. We're at about 1.4 million today. And it is hard to imagine what those gentlemen would have predicted or what they would think of what has happened since then and the opportunity that has been awarded because members of Rotary clubs all around the world contribute to the Rotary International Foundation. So if you look back at just the 2021 and 2022 Rotary year, Rotary International's foundation awarded 1,199 global grants, which amount to over 73 million in program awards for large-scale projects and vocational training teams. They allocated 478 district grants, which adds up to 27 million in program awards to short-term service projects that address community needs and fund scholarships, youth programs, et cetera. They funded 207 disaster response grants for over 8 million in program awards, and I'm telling you just from the news you see within the Rotary world, that number is going to look a lot higher here in the 2022-23 Rotary year. And then one of the things that I think is interesting and we don't talk about very often is that during that particular Rotary year, we selected 130 Rotary Peace Fellows to study at the 11 different Rotary Peace Centers around the world, who hopefully become scholars and catalysts for peace and development in the developing regions of the world. Our club has had a very solid support and investment in this club, or in the foundation, for at least the last 10 or 12 years. We've been investing through our quarterly donations. We're matching what they call the Every Rotarian Every Year campaign from Rotary International. And just this last quarterly bill paying session, Southwest Rotary crested the number of $250,000 in all-time giving from our club since its inception in 1969. Thank you. I think that's super, super cool. I'm not that involved at the district level, and I don't think they talk about numbers too much on the district level, but I can tell you from my experience 10 years ago that that is unusual for a club our size and with a relatively short history in the Rotary lifespan to have hit that number. And it's pretty darn cool. Portions of all that we donate does come back to us in the opportunity for district grants. So it's not like we're sending it off into the ether. It does affect locally what we do just as much as it does around the world. Personally, I'm very, very excited and proud of everything the Rotary Foundation does. I think it's one of the most amazing opportunities we have as Rotarians. I want to thank our board, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your dedication to this particular foundation, because it is really, really cool to see what's happening around the world and to know that we have the opportunity to realize that we're connected to it without ever even leaving the Valley. So thank you, and congratulations to each and every one of you.
That was smooth. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. That's very exciting that we reached that big milestone. So next, we're going to have Annie Jameson come up, and she is going to give us a brief little update on the work that she has been doing. So Annie comes to us as a West Valley Rotaract alum, and she is the co-founder of Eden International. Eden provides family education and employment to adults with intellectual disabilities in Guatemala. And she has been here and spoke with us before, and she's coming to give us a little brief update on the work that she's been doing since then.
Thank you. So speaking of Rotary International, I believe that one of the slogans this year is to create hope in the world. And I just want to say that you all are absolutely a part of that. So we employ adults with disabilities who have never had opportunities otherwise. And last year, you all generously donated a $1,000 grant to our work. And that was able to fund 2.5 months of a totally new initiative with a marketing agency. And then through that, we were able to launch a whole new line of products that our participants have made, which are beeswax candles. And then since then, the ripple effect of this grant has been extraordinary. We've seen a huge increase in our sales. We have been able now to employ and hire on more participants. And now we're in the middle of a project, and we are building a really beautiful workspace where we will have everyone come together as opposed to working with them individually. So thank you. We have been able to make a lot of progress, and a lot of that comes back to this grant. So thank you. And as a thank you, we have a little promo code for all of you. So if you do go onto our website, which is edenpoursalud.org, and if you go into the store and you want to purchase any products, we have beeswax candles and organic essential oil products. You can put in the coupon code Southwest, and you will get free shipping and $5 off. So thank you.
If you get that to me, I'll put it in next week's newsletter. Okay? Well, thank you for coming all this way to visit. I think that there was another reason, but thanks for coming and seeing us too. Okay. Is there any other club announcements? Going. Oh, I thought I heard somebody say wait. Oh. In here afterwards, and I think there is a okay, and there's a PR committee. So we have 2 committees meeting after today's meetings. Thank you. Okay, it's time to raise some money. Come on, Mr. Steve.
Start with the raffle. Get the raffle. Raffle, raffle, raffle.
That's a major citizen of Megan. Megan, she's a new member, so let's.
Number is 205942.
942 in the last three.
Coincidentally,
942.
All right, take out the Queen of Hearts and let him drop.
Brings on Pilgrim. Yay. Fair and honest.
you better verify. I can't be trusted.
Yeah, looks legit, so there you go.
Let's see, did you shuffle them from last week?
Oh, close.
Ace of spades. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Queen of Hearts wins the pot, right? And then if you have the ticket for those new members and you don't draw the Queen of Hearts, well, then you get $20 so you can buy more tickets, which is fun. And by the way, tickets are $5. Okay, I assume we're going to Happy Bucks because Dirk is wetting his pants back there. So.
Well, anything to embarrass my daughter more. So, a few weekends ago, Karen played in a facets tournament in Oregon. It was a national level tournament, and their team, the Diamondbacks, won, and she was honored with an alternate as an alternate player. So
Congratulations. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I can't see behind the post. I can't see through my glasses. All right.
So I've got $61 for the foundation and a couple of happy bucks because we celebrated our 61st anniversary last week and she's still with me.
Very nice.
I had $20 because in 2 days it will be the 4-year anniversary of me marrying the man that I love. That Dennis Green is no longer than anyone here in the room. And if you don't already know, we had a Southwest Rotary flash mob at our reception. So $20 because I do.
All right. We're doing good with Happy Bucks. I'm almost done. We'll go Dave.
So here's $5 because last Monday, Ryan Beckett, Bob Knudsen, and Cody McDonald had to put up with me in the golf team.
Very good. All right. Joanne.
I have 5 happy bucks for a wonderful pickleball event at Bruce and Willis's house. It was one of the auction items,
Oh.
and even though we're a little bit older, we could still learn. And nobody fell and nobody broke it. It was just a ton of fun and a delicious salmon dinner under front porch. So I have 5 happy bucks for that. And then I have a happy buck for the presence of Sonia Dodge.
Hey, Sonia. Sonia Dodge, longtime member, past president. Very good. Dennis.
I've got $5. My youngest granddaughter, Lexi, passed the Series 7 test and gave me a call yesterday.
Going to work for Dennis. All right. More. Emily.
I have 2 happy bucks. The first one is for our guest speaker, Toni. Sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I had to lean on her recently to get our electricity at our property hooked up. And it was a nice day after she talked to somebody, so thank you, Toni. And also $5 for my sister being here for the last month and a half. It's been wonderful.
Tom.
I've got 5 happy bucks for the Rotary Trust golf winner, Southwest Rotary Team 1.
Very nice.
Randy Vaughn, Bruce Willis, and myself, none of us was really very good golfers. It was kind of a goofy thing. We had like 15
handicaps matter. All right, very good. Did I see more hands? Matt?
So a couple of happy bucks. My wife purchased for me a fishing trip, a wonderful fishing trip from the auction under Captain Mark's birthday. Just a wonderful, a one-way trip.
Did you catch anything? What'd you catch?
We caught, what was sockeye? Sockeye, there we go. Some kind of fish.
Sockeyes. It's a great trip. Is there more? Craig, you have?
We had grandkids over this weekend from Texas, and they learned how to log roll. They flipped over a kayak. They were out log rolling in Puget Sound, 40-degree temperature water. They had a great time. The 7-year-old tackled the 13-year-old. It was the best time they've had in a long time.
Thanks, Craig. I'm just going to take a wild guess. Ann?
Well, since we talked about grandkids, you know, I love Taylor a couple weeks ago, but $2 for the big twins, $2 for the baby twins, and $5 for Benji. You know, total. They already started school in Arizona, but believe it or not,
Wow.
they went to school for 2 days, and then they flew to New Jersey. So they're back playing in the Atlantic Ocean now with the other side of the family. So they're back.
I'll give back this 20 and say I had a great weekend out on the boat, crabbing in the San Juan Islands with former Southwest Rotarian Rick Smith and his wife, Cheryl. So, all right, any shameless plugs? Vicky? Sorry, these glasses are getting tough.
Hi, Sunrise Rotary for doing our annual fundraiser again. We have an inflation buster raffle, and so if you're interested, they're $5, and we have a whole lot of presents and prizes that this year. We've got $3,000, $1,000 gift card parade. We've got a $3,000 gift card, extra 26 to forget them on this place. We've got other present prizes. So if you're interested, $5, and we will be selling at the market. We'll be selling at the market place, and we'll also be selling Friday and Saturday at the crazy market. If you have any questions, let me know.
Anybody else? Ryan? I believe you. No, it's good.
I have a shameless plug. So just the other night, Fred and Tressa and Robin and I got to go have dinner up at Joe and Jill
I know.
cabin, which is like, well, I don't think Joe and Jill are here. They maybe never came home. I don't know. Maybe they're still up there. But I sold them that cabin 13 years ago, and they had never invited me up until this. Any past client has ever ignored me.
Ryan, you were invited.
Delicious dinner, and it was wonderful.
Robin and I were invited. Ryan and President.
The Music Man.
I have two for Friday and two for Saturday. So Friday, if you're in the mood for some really great music and good food, Whistling Jack's is a really great place to go. I get to play there from 8 to 11 or so at Whistling Jack's. That's a really good time. But the next day, they're doing a big vendor and a customer appreciation show up in Jim's Brick Park, which is right next to the Elk Lodge on Fort Town. Okay, yeah, we're the main act of that, but come out, guys. Come see the place in music.
Thank you. Well, we're just about out of time. So I'm tempted to just throw out a blanket fine here, and I probably will. But so I did all these questions and stuff, but they're not that great anyway. So I think I'll start like this. Everybody who participated in the Rotary Trust golf tournament and the barbecue potluck, raise their hand. Everybody who doesn't have their hand in the air, that's a $5 fine. Everybody that does, it's a $5 fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys all saw, we are going to have fewer meetings this year, so we did have a little bit of inflation. We are now charging you $5 because we're going to try to raise that money quick. We have a goal of $10,000 to raise for Sergeant of Arms. Okay. Okay, you crazy people, let's get back here. Okay. Gosh, I've already doggone it. Okay, I'm already up to 6 times. I've got to find myself. I'm already at 6 times. Okay, I'm going to raise my own 10,000 here pretty soon. Okay. So, Tom, you're going to come up and introduce our speakers.
Thank you, President Lynn. So it's my pleasure to welcome to Southwest Rotary today 3 speakers from Pacific Power: Toni Petty, Marcelino Osorio, and Augustine Moreno. Toni Petty is the Regional Business Manager for Pacific Power, where her primary focus is major account management, establishing and maintaining governmental relationships, and community outreach and engagement. In her role, she also oversees economic development opportunities for Pacific Power in the Washington Service Territory. Prior to her position at Pacific Power, Toni lived and worked in Wyoming, where she held leadership and account management roles in the oil and gas industry before diversifying as a business analyst at a power generation plant. As the Diversity and Community Outreach Coordinator for Pacific Power's Watt Smart Business Program, Marcelino Osorio supports small businesses and encourages energy efficiency programs and cost savings in Yakima County. He is bilingual and focuses on communication and outreach efforts with business customers in the highly impacted communities of Yakima County. Born in Chicago, his family immigrated to Yakima to work as laborers in the agricultural fields and has been in the Yakima Valley for 42 years. Augustine Moreno is a field representative for Pacific Power Watt Smart program. Augustine's main focus is bringing energy efficiency programs and cost savings to the residents of Yakima County. You can find him at various events in the Yakima Valley promoting and providing information on the Watt Smart program, connecting with local retailers about energy efficient products, conducting bilingual presentations on home weatherization or installing LEDs in multifamily buildings. He's always looking for ways to help customers reduce their energy costs, resulting in happy, energy efficient customers. So would you please give a warm Southwest Rotary welcome to Toni, Marcelino, and Augustine. Toni, are you going first? Okay, so we'll start with Toni Petty.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. First, I want to thank Southwest Rotary for letting us come and crash your party and provide you some information on one of our awesome customer programs that we have. We're going to give a brief overview of Pacific Power and provide some information on our Watt Smart business program as well as our home energy savings program. And I'm going to be talking fast through these introductory slides because I want to make sure that we have time for the main topic. So sorry if I talk fast. So Pacific Power is a division of Pacificorp, and Pacificorp is a multi-jurisdictional, vertically integrated utility. We serve over 2 million customers in 6 western states. Our large regional footprint enables delivery of low-cost generation, and we have some of the best generation facilities in the country. In addition to our generation plants, we have 141,000 square miles of service area, 17,000 miles of transmission lines, over 64,000 miles of distribution lines, 900 substations, and almost 12 megawatts of owned generation capacity. Stepping down from Pacificorp, we've got the Pacific Power service area. We were founded in 1910 and we're headquartered in Portland, Oregon. We have 764,000 retail customers in 243 communities that span 3 states, which is Washington, Oregon, and California. And taking it a little bit more, or a little further down and more local, we've got the Washington service area. Pacific Power serves about 138,000 customers in Washington in Benton, Columbia, Garfield, Yakima, and Walla Walla counties. And of those 138,000 Washington customers, approximately 108,000 of those are in Yakima County. So who are we beyond just being your electric service provider? We do understand that, you know, our employees and customers live and work in our service area. So it's really important to us that we do have community involvement and partnerships. And it's just as important to us as providing exceptional electrical service. So some of our partnership examples include local event sponsorships like your fairs and your rodeos, fun runs, Taco Fest. We support local youth athletics. We involve ourselves in nonprofit participation and fundraising events. We are members of the Chamber of Commerce throughout all of Yakima County. We strive and pride ourselves in economic development assistance, and my personal favorite is the offering of Pacific Power Foundation grants. So the Pacific Power Foundation is the philanthropic arm of the company. We've contributed nearly $13 million in charitable donations in local communities since 2017. $2.1 million of that was in contributions just this last year. And our foundation grants run in 4 cycles throughout the year. Our first cycle is the education and research cycle. Second is environment. Third is arts and culture. And the fourth is all our health and safety. We also offer small capital grants that can be applied for during any time of the year, regardless of cycle topic. And these grants usually range anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. So when we think about community partnership, it shouldn't just be about sponsorships and grants. We also think about economic vitality. And we know, so everybody in here knows that thriving businesses help enhance communities and promote economic vitality. One thing that we want to promote and provide as far as economic vitality goes is customer programs to where we can establish business assistance teams and programs like our WattSmart program. So to continue the conversation on our awesome programs that we have, I'm going to bring Marcelino up to talk about our WattSmart business program.
Thank you, Toni. So when I came into the room, I was like, man, what a great group of folks. And then I seen that character over there in the back, and I was like, man, Craig, how'd you make it into this club, man? But all kidding aside, when I worked at the Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic, I partnered with Craig and YV Tech, and he was instrumental in us launching our youth build program, which was an at-risk program for youth, and we were able to build a home in 10 weeks with his help. So thank you so much. So I'm here, I'm the Diversity and Community Outreach Coordinator for our WattSmart Small Business Lighting Program, and I'm here to share some information about our program. And just to let you guys know, our Small Business Lighting Program, we work with licensed contractors that have been approved to work with our Pacific Power Small Business Lighting Program. So for our Small Business Lighting Program, our incentives are the highest that they've ever been. And in some cases, we can even qualify you for up to 100% of the project cost. That's including the material, that's including the labor. So next what we're going to do is we're going to play a video for you that's going to go into detail that explains the small business lighting program way better than I can do it.
WattSmart Small Business, Lighting Simplified. Have you heard about the Small Business Lighting, or SBL offering, designed for businesses like yours? Pacific Power is working with approved vendors in your area to make it easy and cost-effective for you to upgrade your current business lighting to LED, saving you money and energy. The Small Business Lighting offering was created with small businesses like yours in mind. Why? We recognize small businesses may not have the resources to make improvements such as replacing inefficient lighting. With the Small Business Lighting Program, you pay a portion of the upgrade and Pacific Power pays the rest, up to 90% of the project cost. In fact, most projects pay for themselves in savings in about a year. All vendors in the Small Business Lighting Program are fully licensed and have been approved to be WattSmart business vendors by Pacific Power. Participating in the Small Business Lighting offering is easy and doesn't involve lots of paperwork or red tape. While an assessment and application are required, our trained vendors simplify the process for you. That way you end up with approved and eligible lighting installed. So how does small business lighting work? Let's see how a senior center took advantage of the offering. A senior center manager heard about small business lighting and requested a lighting assessment of the facility from an approved vendor. Upgrades for the old, flickering lights inside and poorly working outdoor parking lot lights were recommended. The vendor explained the process and the cost to the center. Once the upgrades were completed, everyone at the center was ecstatic with the difference it made inside and felt safer in the parking lot at night. Then the vendor helped with the application. The small business lighting offering helped financially, and the lighting quality and monthly savings are ongoing benefits. The Senior Center is one of the many small businesses that's benefited from the small business lighting offering. Here are savings highlights from the Senior Center project. When an approved WattSmart business vendor approaches your business, be sure to arrange an assessment. They will make recommendations and can even put you in touch with other businesses that have taken advantage of small business lighting. When you're ready to move forward, they'll guide you through the process so it's convenient for you. If you haven't been approached by a Pacific Power approved vendor yet, you can use their online tool to find one. Save money and energy by taking advantage of this fantastic opportunity to improve your lighting. Then visit our website for frequently asked questions and details. Pacific Power is partnering with small businesses like yours for an even greater, greener future.
Thank you for the help with that. For our program to be successful is that we have 8 active vendors that are licensed and approved by Pacific Power to do that work. So comparing 2022 to 2021, we completed 67 projects. So we've seen a big growth in this past year. And the savings were also down compared to what we did this previous year. But the nice thing about it is that currently in 2023, we're scheduled to do 1.1 million. That's our goal. But right now we're on track to do over 5 million kilowatt hour savings. So the program has really blossomed and doing a lot of good work. So one of the things that Pacific Power really wanted to make sure that they set a priority for was working in highly impacted communities. So one of the things that they did is they came up with an incentive for, if you notice the map up here, everything that's in orange, if any of those areas fall into the scale of either being a 10 or a 9, they qualify as a highly impacted community. So a lot of areas in Yakima, the lower valley, and then if you notice the other map in blue, that's all the Yakima Indian Reservation, so they automatically qualify as a highly impacted community. So one of the things that they also did is they made a priority to hire somebody full-time that was going to work in those highly impacted communities. And it happens to be this guy right here. The other thing we want to make sure is that we help those customers that have maybe been underserved in the past, and especially the customers that speak Spanish. So here's a breakdown of the projects that we've completed in those highly impacted communities. So out of the 142 projects that we did,
72 of those were in those highly impacted communities. So here's a project that we recently did for the Downtown Association of Yakima, and I know they're a good partner of you guys. So we recently did their interior lighting, and as you can see in the picture there, their lighting was all completed with solid LED throughout the facility. And we got away from the old fluorescent yellowish looking lights, and if you guys ever go in there, take a look at it, it turned out great. And there's the savings that they were able to do for that project. So they saved over 10,000 in kilowatt hour savings. And then their incentive was over $5,000. And I'm happy to report that that was 100% covered through this program. And then their yearly savings, as you can see up there, are really going to help that organization to use that money for other items that they may be in need of. And then when I toured the post inspection of the facility, I also did notice that they needed some additional help with some other things like their smart thermostat and then their furnace. So hopefully we can help them in the future. So how do you get started? The easiest way is to schedule a free assessment. And so that assessment will happen either through me or any of those approved vendors. After that, the vendor or myself will turn in that information from your assessment to Pacific Power, and then they'll approve that, and then that'll also include the incentive that you qualify for. And then after that happens, the contractor will be at your facility to actually complete the work. And then after that, you get to enjoy the savings and the bright lights and the improved work conditions for you and your staff. I'll turn it over to Augustine. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Augustine, as they mentioned. I work with the Home Energy Savings team, and I'm a field rep, and I do a lot of the community outreach as well. Some type of properties that we work with is multifamily properties, single-family properties, new construction, and manufactured homes. This WattSmart program is similar to the business side that Marcelino was talking about. Of course, we work with different contractors around the valley. So WattSmart offers different incentives for different things. I put some of the examples that you can find on the WattSmart website. For example, for heating and cooling on single family, Pacific Power offers incentives on smart thermostats, duct sealing, duct insulation, ductless heat pumps, and central air. There's also incentives on weatherization for single family. For example, on installation, you can get up to 62 cents per square footage. On windows, you can get up to $10 a square footage, depending on what type of window you replace and what type of window you're replacing it with. We also have a lighting program where Pacific Power has teamed up with a couple retail locations here in Yakima, and they offer discounted LED light bulbs. Some of those places, you can find them on the WattSmartSavings.net retailers. One that has some in stock right now is True Value in Sela. They have a 4-pack of light bulbs for $1, which is a pretty good price. We also offer incentives on manufactured homes. They have a bit more incentives on this type of properties, and they do offer an incentive on a new manufactured home, which could be up to $2,750. There is also incentives on new homes for single family. And the qualifications, incentives, and how to apply can also be found on the webpage, and you can get up to $3,125. We do have incentives that are a bit higher in highly impacted communities. Similar to what Marcelino was talking about, we have a map, and that's how we identify if the property is in a highly impacted community. We offer incentives on multifamily. I did a slide on this because we do direct install of LED light bulbs on multifamily properties if they are in the low income So what we also have a direct install of smart thermostats and line voltage thermostats. And of course, there is incentives on multifamily projects like windows, ductless heat pumps, insulation, new construction. The incentives are pretty good on multifamily. They're higher than on single family. For example, windows, I think it's up to $15 a square footage. Right now, we're working with on a project that will be covering up to $70,000 on the windows, which is pretty good. How to apply? Of course, you go to the wattsmartsavings.net website. You first have to search for the contractor. So you select the specialty, make sure you're in the location, which is Washington. Select the language you prefer. You contact one of the contractors depending on what, let's say windows. It'll give you a whole list of window contractors. The contractor will provide you a quote once they go out to your place. They will help you process your application for incentives, and then you can check the application online. Or you can contact Pacific Power, and also I'll have my contact information if you guys have any questions. We do have financing available for any of these weatherization upgrades. They don't require a perfect credit score. Property must be occupied. Of course, detached single-family homes are eligible for financing offers. Condominium, townhomes, manufactured homes, and small multifamily properties. To apply online, you go to their website. I will have some flyers up here that you can find the website and how to do that. Wattsmart also offers coupons. These are instant coupons and online coupons. For example, the $100 smart thermostat. I have a QR code over here on the table where you pretty much scan the QR code with your phone. It takes you to the website. You fill out a quick application online. It generates an instant coupon for $100 that you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and use it towards a smart thermostat. Same thing for a $900 water heater coupon. It's instant, you scan it, and it generates as well. We also have a $62 coupon for a clothes washer, but that one's only a mail-in rebate coupon. We just got a new coupon in town, which is for air purifiers. It's a $30 coupon, and it's instantly applied. You can find some of those at the Lowe's and Home Depot. Of course, we also offer other programs that we usually talking to the community at events and stuff, which is the time of use program and the low-income bill assistance program. And that is about it for me.
So our main focus today was on small business and residential WattSmart programs, but I didn't want the group to leave thinking that that was all that we offered. We do offer WattSmart Business for our large industrial and commercial customers, and that is through a whole different team of experts that is not with us today and would probably take another hour of your time. But I did want to provide some examples of what these, or who these customers were, the kind of projects that they did, and the type of savings and incentives that they had. That way it gives you kind of an idea of the impact of businesses going through our WattSmart program. No. Oh, is it going? Well, we may not play the video. Well, I will bypass this one.
Need another power company.
Right? Or a technology company. So an example of one of our large commercial customers, you guys are all familiar with Northwest Harvest and their brand new distribution center that they built here in Yakima. We came in with a team of engineers and our energy efficiency experts, and we recommended VFDs, a larger condenser, and some high-speed doors. Their electric savings per year is going to be around $54,000, and their Pacific Power incentive for going with these recommendations was over $220,000. Another example is JM Eagle. This one wasn't as big as Northwest Harvest, but still gives you a good idea. We recommended putting in a variable speed air compressor and cycling air dryer. Their electric savings per year is around $45,000, and their incentive was $1,930, and that was dependent on payback, which is why theirs looks a little bit lower, but their yearly electric savings is just phenomenal. So you can get more information and learn more at our WattSmart Business website at bwattsmart.com. You can email or call. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Marcelino, and we're happy to answer any questions. We've got resources also at pacificpower.net on pretty much anything you want to know. And I'll bring Marcelino and Augustine up here for you guys to have or ask any questions you guys might have.
Yes.
So with all the incentives that you've been providing and all the projects, and I guess with the increase that I'm seeing with solar energy, is the actual electricity consumption going down? Like is the demand going down or overall on the grid for power?
That's a hard question to answer, but from the small business lighting standpoint, the energy efficiency is really going down. One of the things that Pacific Power wants to do is with these incentive programs, they really don't want to get to the point where the demand is so high that they have to go out and build a new power plant. So that's the reason why I do what I do with the small business lighting, and I don't know if Augustine, you have anything to share.
Yeah, similar to that. On the residential side, that's the plan.
So your impact is going to be more on your kilowatt hours as far as the energy efficiency goes than the actual demand pull off of our system. It does help with demand pull, but you're going to see your biggest savings on your kilowatt hours.
Yes, sir.
I have a restaurant, and we have a dining area that is always too cold and a kitchen area that's always too hot. Can we look at anything that we could do to help us even that out?
Yeah, right now something that's super popular is folks are installing mini splits, and those ductless systems are really good at making sure your temperature is where you want it to be in those different areas. And we'd be happy to come and take a look at your restaurant and give you a free assessment, and then we could come up with a plan that works for your restaurant needs. And then we'll bring in the experts right behind to make sure that everything that we're telling you actually happens, and there's some backing to that. Yes, sir.
Are these incentives completely paid for and supplied by Pacific Power, or are they subsidized by any government?
Yeah, they're provided by Pacific Power. And then the nice thing about it is when you're going through the project, you don't have to come out of pocket with any money. So those incentives are automatically applied. So they can either go to the vendor or they can go to you to process. Yes, sir.
Question is, Pacific Power sells us electricity. What is the source of their electricity? What creates it?
The source comes from a lot of different avenues. Are you talking like the hydroelectric?
I thought it was hydro. We don't get hydro. We get natural gas. I came from your head.
Yeah, so I don't think we provide any of that with the gas.
Next question is, have you ever considered, not that you have any choice to get the hydropower, which goes to California, have you ever considered the cost of a kilowatt via hydropower versus kilowatt generated by natural gas?
Yeah, I think I'm going to turn that over to Toni for that one.
So as far as the fuel mix goes, you guys can see. Okay. As far as our fuel mix goes, you can find our fuel mix on our website. Right now, I mean, I don't have the chart with me, but we've got percentages of coal, which is right now, I think probably around 39 to 42% of the power that's coming in to Washington. We've also got wind, solar, natural gas. As far as hydro goes, we do have a very small percent of hydro that does come to Pacific Power customers. And what was your second question?
Well, it's a combination comparison of hydropower kilowatt cost versus natural gas.
Yeah, and we have a.
From your boss, right? Bonneville sends everything south.
Most of it, yes. Yeah. But we do have, we do have an open market, the energy imbalance market, where we've got these super smart computers that reach out about every 5 minutes and look for the lowest cost source of energy. And that's what we're looking for as far as, renewables go, or, whatever that generation plant is providing, whether it's coal or natural gas or thermal or whatnot. So we do have systems in place, and we are working towards that renewable, sustainable energy goal, which is part of our energy, or our implementation plan, which you guys can also find on the website.
Thank you. Any more questions for Toni?
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have to be occupied. So I think the preoccupied has to be for the financing part of it. But if you are the owner and you just want to apply for some incentives for, let's say, new windows, you can go ahead and do so. Same thing through the website. It's not based on income. It's just for any Pacific Power customer. So as long as you're the owner, you can apply for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, do you have a question really quick?
Yeah, just one last question real quick.
I'll try to answer it.
Yeah. See you later. See you later.
No, go ahead.
On the multifamily side, it said typically for lower, do you guys have a cap on the number of units that qualifies for, and is that government subsidized housing, or is it a percentage of market rate rents?
Do you mean for the direct install stuff or the incentives itself? For the incentives? There is no unit limit. I mean, of course, it has to be 4 or more units together, which will qualify as a family property. And then after that, I mean, we've worked with a 120-unit facility or a 80-unit facility, so the size really doesn't matter. And it's the same income from Pacific Power. It's not from government.
And then for the low income portion, is that that's on like a buy-tech contract, or is it as a function of rents versus market?
It's based on what Martin was talking about. Yakima has what do they call it, low income areas. So if the property is in a low income area, which we will have to help you find out, then it does qualify for the low income higher incentive. If the property is not on the low income area, then it just qualifies for the regular number of incentives.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all of you. I brought a bottle of wine, so you're going to have to share it. But that makes good friends. I just kind of find this ironic. Today I was touring one of my centers looking at the beautiful new floors that have just been put in, and all I can do is look at my maintenance guy and go, we need to fix the lights and we need to fix the windows. So what great timing. They brought tons of resources over here, so I know that you all have other questions, so I'm sure that they would be happy to meet with you and give you information, and I need something for my Head Start centers. So thank you guys for coming. Ryan, thank you for your beautiful, elegant talk about Rotary International. Annie, thank you for joining us. You both look so happy. Annie and Susan and Bill for being our greeters. Chris for invocation. Steve for that amazing Sergeant of Arms. I hope that we raised a bunch of money today. And for all of our special guests. And remember, you all make a difference.